To do a review on this Backseat cart organizer and a Visor organizer. These are both made by Fancy Mobility. I received them for free through a website called TOMOSON in exchange for a review, but all opinions are completely my own. We'll go ahead and get started and take a look at the product. First thing I'm going to show you here is just the box that it came in. This just kind of gives you a better idea of all the storage that both of these organizers allow you to have. I think this is good because in a car there's really not a lot of room for you to put stuff. So for you to have two products like this, one where you can organize the front of your car and the other one where you can organize the back of your car, I think that's really good, especially if you have kids and you want to keep everything in one place, you want to know where it's at. I think these are both good products, and I really like that they did them together. It wasn't buy one and then you have to buy the other. They just put them in there together. So I really like that too. We'll go ahead and get started and I'll show you these. First thing I'll show you is the Visor. It definitely has a lot of places to store stuff. There are two little hoops up here for you to put a pen in. So I think that's good. That way you have a pen easily accessible. I always seem to lose pins in the car. They're very easy to drop and then they roll under the seat and disappear. So this is a good way to keep stuff in place. There is a small little mesh pocket here for you to put stuff, and then there's a pocket here, and there's a mesh one here. So there's definitely a lot of room to store stuff in this Visor organizer. The back of it is really sturdy and gives you, as you can see, moves a little bit, but it kind of gives you a sturdy back when you're putting stuff in and taking it out. There are two elastic straps here on the back so that you can attach to the visor and keep it securely in place. The visor organizer itself is 12 inches by 6.9 inches, so it's going to fit most visors, and I really like it. I think they did a really good job of giving you a lot of options in order to store stuff. So that's the visor organizer. And then the next one that we're going to look at is the Backseat organizer. I'm going to kind of move it a little closer here. I went ahead and just kind of hung it on the cabinet so I could give you a better idea of what it looks like hanging up. This top strap here is what you're going to hook around the headrest of your car. You hook it on the back of that, and then this strap here gives you the ability to adjust it higher or lower on the seat, however you want it. This top strap up here is actually 16.5 inches long, so they definitely give you a lot of room to adjust it based on personal preference or just however you want it, however it fits well. Then they also put a strap here on the bottom that you hook around the seat and it'll clip in the front. It'll clip to the back of the front seat. I guess that's the best way to put it. But that strap is 48 inches long, so they definitely give you a lot of room to kind of work with it, and that way if you want to tuck it in the fold of the seat, then you can, and that way it's not visible, it's kind of out of the way, it's not uncomfortable to sit on. So that's definitely good. The organizer itself is 22 inches long by 12.4 inches. So it is a good size. I really like how much space there is to store stuff. And I'll kind of go ahead and show you here what I mean. They have a hook here. You just unsnap it and you can put something on there and then snap it back and it's going to stay there. I think the example they had on the box was a pacifier or a binky. So pretty much just something you want to hook there that's easily accessible. You have that ability. First part up here is just a pocket, and it's Velcro, so it's going to keep stuff in there. As you can see, there's a lot of room in there. It does. The bottom of it is probably about an inch or an inch and a half, so there's a lot of depth to the pocket, and it kind of gives you a good amount of storage room, I think. And I really like the Velcro enclosures that they have here. Just kind of makes it a little better. And then the next section that we have two pretty good sized pockets here, and there is elastic around the edges of the pockets here to kind of give you that little bit of resistance. Once you put a bunch of stuff in there, it's going to kind of hold it in place a little bit better. So that's definitely a good thing. There are 2 pockets here, like I said, and then on the outside, if you can see here, there is mesh. There's actually 4 of these little mesh pockets on the outside of each big pocket. So there's definitely a lot of room to just put a bunch of stuff in here. I was really impressed with how many different pockets there were. A lot of times with these organizers, you have usually probably 4 total areas to put stuff. This one gives you a lot. I mean, because there's 1 big pocket here, 2 here, and then there's 8 small ones on the front. So right here in these 2 areas, you have 11 places to put stuff. So I think that's really good, and it gives you a lot of options. And if you have kids have a lot of stuff in the car, especially if you're going on vacation or you're traveling. You're going to need stuff to keep them occupied. You can easily stick things like snacks in here, toys, whatever the case may be. Definitely have options with this. And the last pocket we have here is just a large pocket, kind of like what's on top, but without the flap to close it. And again, on the outside, there are mesh pockets. There's 4 good-sized pockets on the front of that. So overall, you have 15 different pockets to put stuff in. I think that's really good. The material itself is waterproof. It's very easy to clean. The stitching around it is done really well, so it's not going to come apart easily. It's not going to just start ripping at the seams. I know a lot of times stuff just starts coming apart at the seams, but this is done really well to prevent that. And with the strap that they give you here at the top and the one at the bottom, it's going to fit pretty much any car as long as your back seat is at least 12.5 inches wide, because the organizer itself is 12.4. So I would say if it's 12.5 inches or wider, you're going to be good as far as that goes. And most seats are taller than 22.1 inches. So I would say it's going to fit in most vehicles, but I would probably measure before just to kind of check and make sure. But if you're interested in purchasing this product, I will put the link in the description below. And if you are interested in becoming a member of TOMOSON, I will put that link in the description below as well. And thanks for watching.